Hi, it's Vic. Welcome back to my channel. I have a very sweet bear card for you today. So the stamp I'm going to be using is Waffle Flower Crafts and it's the Blessed Bear stamp set. So I'm just going to stamp all the images that I want to use on my card, and I'm using the Misty for this, and I did stamp the stamps twice just so that they had a nice clean impression. And now I'm going to move on to my colouring. So for the bear I used Copic markers in E43 and E41, and I started with the darkest shade first and then just went in with the E41 to blend the colours together. I wanted the bear to be quite a light brown colour, which is why I chose these Copic markers, but of course use whichever colours that you prefer. Now I'm just going to finish colouring the rest of his body using the same markers, and again I started with the darkest shade first and then went in with the lighter shade, which is the E41. So here I'm just pushing the E41 onto the E43 just to help the colours blend a little bit better, and these won't ruin your markers. Now I'm just going in with the E57 and just adding some dots to give a bit of texture, and now I'm moving on to the scarf, and I've used the blue-green Copics for this, and they're all listed down below if you're interested. And I'm doing the same technique. I'm starting with the darkest colour and then I've gone on to the middle colour and then the lightest colour. Now I'm using the R20 just to give his cheeks a pink glow, and I've gone in with the WhiteGel Pen. And now I'm just starting on the hedgehogs, and I'm using E51 and E31. And now I've got the E57 Copic marker, and I'm going to colour the whole of the hedgehog's body. And then I'm going to add a little bit of texture using the E47, and I've just used some brush strokes on the hedgehog's back. Now we're on to the leaves, so I used YG17 and YG67 to blend the colours together. And now we're moving on to the little birds, which I've used the BV00, and then I've also gone in with the BV02. And now I'm just using the R20 to give their cheeks a glow, and again I've gone in with the WhiteGel Pen over their cheeks. And now I'm just using the gel pen to add some polka dot patterns to the bear's scarf. Now the colouring's all complete, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these with my scissors. Okay, now we're on to the background, and I'm doing some ink blending, and I'm going in with the shaded lilac ink, and I've used a cloud stencil for this. And then what I'm going to do is rotate the stencil and then go over it with the shaded lilac ink. Again, feel free to use whichever ink that you'd like for your background. And then to do the grass ink blending, I've die cut a grass die, and then I'm just going to go ahead with the Distress Oxide ink and then gently apply the ink over the die cuts, and I'm using Distress Oxide in Twisted Citron for this. Now I'm using Lucky Clover Distress ink, and I've just got a smaller fingertip sponge, and I'm just going over this again just to give it a bit more depth and added texture. And then to add a little bit more fun on the card, I've gone in with some picked raspberry and watered that down, and then I've just added splatters of paint. Now I'm going ahead and I've re-stamped another image. I've stamped the umbrella because I wanted to add that to the bear. Now I'm just adding some double-sided tape to the back of this, and I'm going to adhere it to the front of the card. I'm just figuring out where to put all the images before I adhere them down. And I'm going to use the sentiment, give yourself a big hug from me, and I'm going to heat emboss this with some Versamark ink, and this is Paper Mill Direct plain black card, and then I'm using the Wow Opaque Bright White embossing powder. And once that's complete, I'm just going to go and trim the sentiment down before I adhere everything to the card base. And now I've got some uniquely creative cotton candy sequins, and I'm using my PVA glue and my tool that I got from Trimcraft just to stick down the sequins. And this card is now all complete. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed my video, please let me know by leaving me a comment, like or subscribe. Thanks so much.